Shaka, we back here with Shaka, and you were just telling me something, Shaka. No introduction at all, just jam. Tell me what you were just telling me there.
Yeah, I've been saying all the time when I listen to people talking about the Honorable Arnhem Eustace, I only hear about him as an economist. But the question is that all to this man? Is there a human side? Is there anything else? Because in 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 my way of looking at Mr. Eustace at times, I don't even compare him to the struggles of King David and to his imperial majesty. Because you see, now for example, you will hear the nation coming on Mr. Eustace, calling on Mr. Eustace to block up the road and do all kind of thing. But I don't see that as the nation asking him to commit suicide. Because the thing about that is, I figure Mr. Eustace will die if he find that he was responsible for the shedding of any Vincentian blood. I see him as a man who would rather shed his blood than he doing something to shed the blood of any Vincentian. You see, we all could remember the story of David and Jonathan. Now they must two partners, but Saul was Jonathan's father. And when David went into the cave and cut off Saul's two hand sleeve, Jonathan was very upset about that and asked him, well, why? How come you kill the man? And he tell Jonathan, well, that is the Lord anointed, I can't touch him. Same so with his imperial majesty in Ethiopia, when there was a kind of messing up going on with Eustace, who denounced the Solomonic order and married 15 Muslim princes and pronounced the Muslim order. And Ethiopia went into chaos. There was England supporting Tafari and France supporting Eustace. And then now England and other people in Ethiopia wanted His Majesty to overthrow. But he couldn't do that because it was the people's king. It's not until they anointed him and put him there that he actually went into a battle. But the part I want to get to is the overthrow. You see, while he was away, he was overthrown. A reporter asked him, well, he said, how come you wouldn't call out the people to resist the army? He said, if the revolution is good for the people, it is good for me. And the reporter asked him again, how come you going back there when you know harm could come to you? He said, the Ethiopian people didn't do me anything, so I returned to them. Now, the point I'm making here is, His Imperial Majesty, knowing he could call out the Ethiopian people to restore him to the throne, but then he would have been responsible for the blood of the people because he knew it would have been a massacre. So, this is what I say about Mr. Eustace. Mr. Eustace knows what could happen to the people if they try to block up the tongue. And in his head, as I see him, he will be responsible. That's how I think he thinking. Now, this is a man I don't know him personally. I never had a conversation with him. But according to his ways, this is what I read of him.
Yeah, but what do you think about this, him being uncharismatic, like people would say? He ain't boasting, he ain't have this gift of gab, he ain't talking a load of pretty language, he ain't hugging up people, that kind of thing. That is what charisma is, I think. So
well, like me say, when we were small growing up, we used to hear about that thing called marasma. And that was very detrimental in the ghetto. And that's how we said charisma. Marasma, that's how it is. That's just marasma. Because that now put food in a people pot, that now bring health service, that now bring employment, that now do nothing, so that is destruction, so that a marasma.
Okay, thank you, Shaka.